Introduce yourself and briefly explain about your project that you are working in the REU program.
My name is BolivarTorres and I am working on Jackson State University on a research referent to wireless sensor networks, integration of wireless sensor networks and RFID technology to design a system security application of taking those technologies and just taking hardware, the hardware of wireless sensor networks and RFID technology, and the software that controls the database system, so that a person that gets identified through an RFID field gets validated through the values on the database.
Okay. Now you are in the final week of your program. What you feel about the overall accomplishments in your project?
Well, so far so good, but I have still one or two details I have to arrange, but so far it has been good, and I feel good about it because the time has been well distributed. Well, first setting up the hardware, that was a tough part because sometimes hardware is dependent of other hardware, so I require another equipment. But after that, just the software design was fairly good. So yeah, I'm satisfied so far.
Okay. On a scale of 1 to 5, 1 being poor, 5 being excellent, how would you rate yourself in wireless ad hoc networks and sensor networks?
Well, honestly, I will rate myself on 3 because I have still much to learn, because basically before I came to this research in Jackson State University, I didn't know almost nothing about the topics on wireless ad hoc and sensor networks. So basically, what I have learned so far with Dr. Meganathan classes and the theory I have read to accomplish my research project, I've managed to acquire a knowledge that sorry. Well, I have managed to acquire.
Okay, you can stop there because we dropped it. Dr. Moore also presented an orientation section during the middle of the program. On a scale of 1 to 5, 1 being not at all, 5 more definitely, how these sessions will enhance your interest to pursue your terminal degree, that is PhD in computer science.
Well, I will definitely say that 5 because before the conference I was also very interested in pursuing my graduate studies and my master's studies and PhD studies also. So basically, the motivation that she gave us of starting first the graduate studies and then look for work. Well, it was kind of encouraging because sometimes when we go out of college, what we think is that we first should go working, and that will be basically difficult if you start working. Maybe you couldn't start your master's studies because of your work. So yeah, basically after that I feel very encouraged to apply on my master's studies.
Okay. There are also research seminars on bioinformatics, digital image processing, high performance computing. How do you rate these seminars?
I will definitely rate them highly. In a scale of 1 to 5, I'll rate them 5 because this kind of seminars show you that computer science and computer engineering doesn't limit itself just to do programs and operating systems and basic things that just provide software for personal computers, but it also can be done for more research, expanded on more areas like biology and digital image processing and everything of kind through applications with technology like high performance computing, which is one area of my interest that I may be pursuing my master's studies on it. So yeah, I think it is they were a very good source of knowledge to us.
The field trip like ERDEC, how do you rate the field trip?
Well, the field trip that we have, in fact, we had it today. So we went to a information technology laboratory, and I rate it definitely high because it was great seeing the people that studied our majors, and not necessarily our majors, but ended up working with things that computer science and computer engineering work. Well, it was very exciting because we actually saw the area of work which possibly we will be working on some future. And also we saw the most interesting thing I found was the supercomputers we saw on the laboratory. They were amazing, and I think everyone that is studying on this field of computer science, computer engineering should have that kind of experience.
Okay. Do we need to organize such trip in the future?
I definitely will recommend that those trips were organized more constantly in the future, and I will also encourage them to do more than one field trips because they show us like the way it is on the field of work, on the actual area of engineers and computer science majors working. So yeah, it is very interesting and a base of knowledge of what we can achieve.
Okay. How would you...
On time.
How do you compare your presentation skills, both in oral and writing, before the beginning of your research program, now at the end of the program?
Well, basically, before starting this program, I had a little earlier experience on writing, well, papers and presenting in front. But this REU program provided a whole new way of writing skills and oral skills presentation because I've almost never presented on English in front of a crowd, so I got kind of nervous the first time, but after I broke that barrier of nerves, well, I just keep presenting and talking normally, and the thing is that if you know the material and you have worked hard on it, well, you don't have to be nervous because all the ideas will flow all together. And also on my writing skills, well, I could had the benefit of learning some formats I didn't know to write the papers and to be more organized and to make them look more professional. So yeah, I think it has been a great help on my development of oral and writing skills.
Okay. What are the major strengths of this program? Any weaknesses in this program? If so, what are they?
Well, I rather start with the weakness to just say that there are nothing really, because this program is very helpful to any student interested on the area of wired ad hoc networks and sensor networks, because the strengths of this program, I think that the most valuable strength is that it encourages undergraduates that maybe are not much experienced on the area of doing research. It encourages them also to continue their master's studies or their graduate studies and to pursue a more professional career and a more higher level on the area of computer science and computer engineering.
Okay. How was the coding experience during the program? How much knowledge have you gained with respect to the logical development and implementation as well as programming language that you worked on?
Well, the experience of the coding experience was very good because I learned I had to adapt my skills on programming because basically I'm more used to program on high-level programs such as C++, C#, and C. So basically I had to adapt to a new programming language and it was a little tough because I was using Python. I had never used Python before, so I kind of had to get used to it and get used to the new functions and everything. And the logic that I used was very good and was very exciting because I did things that maybe I haven't done before on the coding. So yeah, and I use like a lot of interesting libraries, like time-based libraries. I have not used them very much before. So it has been a whole new experience on the coding experience.
Do you think your research is publishable and why?
I definitely think my research is publishable because it is a research that is basically independent, because being a real-time application of hardware and software for security purposes, well, I think it can be presented so people that are interested on that area can see it as a base of a bigger picture or a bigger project that they can implement. Okay.
Do you think your research is publishable and why?
Well, I definitely think that my research is publishable, and the reason is that my research is basically independent. Like it has all the components that the hardware and the software integrated, and all in one does the application that I'm doing right now. That is a security application or an access control application, to be more specific. And basically it serves when I publish it, it will serve as a base for people that are interested on that research area to maybe have an idea of a bigger picture or for another future research that can be more complex than the one that I'm doing.
Okay. Finally, on a scale of 1 to 100%, how confident you are in research before attending the program, now after attending the program?
Well, before attending the program, I will say I was like something like 70% confident, because I already did 2 research before, which provided me with experience to know what research is about and what should it be done, the coding process, the papers, etc., and the mentoring process. And well, after that, I will say that after this research, I will have 90% confidence, because I acquired the ability to do another research in a different language than mine, because my main language is Spanish. So I came here and doing a research in English and presentations in English. It is not as easy as it sounds, but I've kind of got used to it and learned all the basics, and also, well, I got a new experience on the form of doing research and mentoring experience and everything. So yeah, I think at 90% I am actually right now confident.
Thank you.
Okay.